In 1980, BWI, but an unclaimed brown suitcase changed everything. Inside, airline staff found identifying papers. This led agents to 4,700 Quaalude tablets. February 6, 1980, Baltimore-Washington International Airport. Passengers stepped off airplanes. Suitcases rolled. A small brown suitcase became evidence. But at first, nobody knew who owned it. It remained unclaimed. It was simply there. Two people had attracted attention. Suspicious behavior drew the agent's attention. Corbin and Ruggiero, nervous and lingering. He retrieved a bag and removed an item. She placed it inside a magazine. Then the agents moved and stopped them both. But the strangest part was still waiting. An unclaimed suitcase was sitting nearby. A brown vinyl suitcase. Corbin and Ruggiero refused to claim it. An employee opened a pocket looking for ID. Inside,
the suitcase did not begin the DEA operation. The suitcase did not begin the DEA operation. Federal agents were already on site. They were conducting surveillance.
They weren't looking for Corbin and Ruggiero, at least not at first. And Fort Lauderdale mattered. It was a known drug trafficking area. Neither was looking nervous. It's what they actually did.
Excuse me, do you have change?
There was another piece of luggage, one that had not been claimed. It was about to change the direction of the investigation. Do you have your baggage claim checks? What names did you travel under? We were traveling as Mr. and Mrs. Can you verify the number? Please come this way. This bag is unclaimed. Is this your suitcase? Luggage was unlabeled. Staff inspected it. Not a narcotics search. Harry Nelson Corbin, Janice Lee Ruggiero, questioned by agents. They disowned the bag. No simple dig-through. The first mystery was ownership. The suitcase had arrived on the same flight, yet both denied possessing it. Tablets suggested something significant. Proof is a different matter. Corbin and Ruggiero faced major charges, including the Travel Act. That law prohibited interstate travel. The suitcase story became more complicated. Proving possession was one thing, proving a criminal enterprise was another. The prosecution had to establish more, but they did not have every answer. There were 4,700 tablets. The defense challenged the initial stop. Did the agents have a lawful basis? The court said yes. Nervousness was not enough. The surveillance. Watching behaviors, suitcase retrieval, restroom concealment, crossed threshold, another threshold, the paper trail. Not secret codes, no fingerprints, it was paper. A document could establish identity. A paper could establish movement. Records could establish a route. Information existed in separate places. Investigators had to connect them. The suitcase supplied that connection. This is where the story takes an unexpected turn. A massive case does not prove a trafficking organization. The record does not support that conclusion. The federal government had a strong possession case, but the court found a critical problem. There was no prior record of drug distribution. It was just an isolated incident of possession. That distinction changed the ending. Some doors remained closed. Case changes here. But it also revealed the limits. This became a central battle. The evidence had two lives. At first, it was investigative. It identified a connection to the people. Every assumption must be evidence. Every inference must survive scrutiny. Some theories held, and others collapsed. The narcotics convictions were affirmed. The Travel Act charges were reversed. The suitcase had done something investigators needed. It had tied names to luggage. The luggage led to a warrant. The drugs led to arrests, led to a prosecution. But who supplied the tablets? Who paid for them? The record did not establish that either. The truth was narrower, and in some ways more revealing. Exaggeration must be resisted. A suitcase helped uncover the case. The case reached the appellate level. Evidence like the suitcase was reviewed. The court examined the initial stop. The court examined reasonable suspicion.
We held that the stop was supported. Agents observed conduct.
Consent was given. The evidence could remain. But judges drew another line. There is no cinematic confession, no mastermind in interrogation room, no vast network exposed, just the two people. An unclaimed suitcase. Objects mattered in this era. Someone had to open it. Sustained operation. Empire denied. Scales tip back. Travel lines blur. Proof falls short. No vast network, just facts. Endgame. It wasn't sophisticated, it was luggage. Inside were papers. Papers containing names. Found were Quaalude tablets. The suitcase became evidence, a lesson in what the law requires. They saw behavior. A suitcase made a connection. A warrant revealed contents. Court was the final test. They never proved where tablets came from. the case fell away. It began with something not important. On February 6, 1980, investigators were watching people. Then a suitcase became part of it. Inside, 2 names were found. Decades later, the court record still thousands of tablets were discovered. 2 people were prosecuted. One part of the theory was rejected because the evidence could not prove it. The suitcase didn't tell them everything. On February 6, 1980, at BWI Airport, DEA agents monitored Corbin and Rouge. Inside a side pocket of a suitcase, they found 4,700 quaaludes.